Okay. Good evening, folks. We got quite the crowd here. We've got a lot of diversity. We've got multiple regions, areas, and sections represented. So that's great to see. I love getting that point of feedback. It tells me the more people we have, the more attraction, the more interesting things we're offering, which is great. Um, I know when I sent out the reminder email for tonight's session with that photo from was at the England-Mexico game. Uh, that seemed to get some attention. I got a few emails back with, oh, here's a better photo from another match in the World Cup. And of course, they're exciting photos. 100% misconduct is definitely a fun thing to talk about, and it's a concept that really isn't that old. I don't know. Uh,
Well, it's been around, it's been around a while, but we don't, and what I'm going to get into is that we don't really focus on it,
mhm.
really. And so that's what I want to touch on a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking it's not that old because it was introduced during my referee career, but I guess that's a decent career. So, but let me throw at this point to Rocky, and he can tell you how long his career is, and his career encompasses the introduction of 100% misconduct. So, Rocky, thank you for being here and giving your time tonight.
Well, thank you, Lewis. Thanks for the invitation. Um, I've been a part of AYSO for 35 years now, and just like a lot of us, I mean, Darren knows about this. I introduced myself in the national course, but I'm also in the management circles. But really, this is where I started in the referee. This is where I cut my teeth really in AYSO is in the referee um, discipline. And I'm a national referee, national assessor, national instructor, and this is what I love to do is to work with the referee discipline, and but I also dabble in the management part. I'm the assistant section director for Section 10. Um, so Lewis asked me to kind of introduce the 100% misconduct to you all, and it's really an interesting concept. It was championed for U.S. soccer anyway. It's championed by Brian Hall and many of us that were at the Ken Aston camp, what a week and a half ago, got to meet Brian, and he as an instructor and administrator for U.S. soccer really pushed this concept for U.S. soccer, and it's actually taken root really throughout the world. And Brian, maybe he didn't invent the concept, but he certainly did push it hard. And so we're gonna touch on that because it's something that we don't really teach at the kind of the entry or early levels of the referee certifications in AYSO. And so it'd be a good introduction now to talk about it a little bit. Now, some folks like Darren, some of the more experienced people, um, uh, Gary and Andy, you'll recognize this as part and parcel of the game and how you manage your game. But maybe for the less experienced, it'll be sort of a new thing. And so that's kind of what we're looking for. Okay. Um, let's see, let's go to the next. So let's go ahead and define what is 100% misconduct. So what do you when you saw this, what do you think? What do you guys think about this? What comes to mind? 100% misconduct. What do you think, Darren?
Things that you don't have any choice but to show at least a yellow card, if not a red card for.
Hmm. Okay.
You
Okay.
you have to deal with it as a referee.
Okay. 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 Gary, any thoughts?
Sorry, I had to find the
Sure.
mute button. Can you hear me, Rocky?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Microphone.
To be honest, I had not heard about it until about 6 months ago, Rocky, and I was a little
Uh-huh.
confused because just on the face of it, it doesn't quite make sense. But I agree with what Darren just said that 100% of the time, it's a misconduct that has to be dealt with. And if you don't, you're probably going to have some problems ensue.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts? Okay. Um, yeah, I mean that's really it. Well, and what are we at the entry level, say the regionals and intermediate level for an AYSO? What are we really teaching there? What are we teaching as instructors? I don't know if all of us are instructors, but even if you're not an instructor, what do you remember? Do you remember?
I would say educate the players.
Sorry, Cindy, go ahead.
I was saying I would say educate the players. That
Uh-huh.
with the younger players,
Okay.
that's our emphasis.
Uh-huh. Okay. What else? Anything else? Yeah, and okay, and so educating in what fashion, in what way, Cindy?
Well, you assume they don't understand that what they've done is you know, it's very negative for the game. So you try and deal with it in a way that they can learn and stop the behavior. So you use different tools to get them to change their behavior.
Okay. Okay, and that's really the finer point. In in the early stages of referee development, what we're doing is we're really wanting the referee to manage the game, to use their toolkit, their toolbox. And that's what we teach, right? And that's from early on, that's what we're teaching. Um, and so we're not getting into the uh, mandatory cards, as it were. Okay. We're teaching kind of like there isn't, as if there are not mandatory cards, mandatory sanctions. And so that's kind of where what our focus is. Okay. That's where our focus is. Okay. So we so now this 100% misconduct, what Brian Hall was really pushing in US soccer is that in certain situations, yellow cards and red cards are in fact mandatory. And I think the ones of us that have more experience do recognize that. We understand that when it's actually required of us for ultimate management purposes, but there's no discretion, there's no negotiation, and that's sort of the message of this 100% misconduct. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. Okay. So we were just talking about what we're learning as we're developing as entry level or very inexperienced referees. Is there a philosophical dichotomy here? Because this is definitely a change. This is definitely a change. Uh, Dane, Dane, what are you learning right now in your development
Um,
as far as managing players?
I was like, be confident and yeah, like it's misconduct.
Yeah.
You gotta determine what's the right thing to do, type type thing.
Okay, so is there some um talking, speaking with players,
Absolutely. Communication is key.
try to get them to change their behavior?
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you had good experience with that? Have you had experience with that?
Yes. And multiple games.
Okay. Can you give us an example?
Yeah, let's say a player is like, let me think. Let's say like a player deliberate I can't pronounce today. Um Pushes a player, you clearly see it. You just tell him, don't do that.
Okay.
Please don't do that again. Like, and mean it too. And sound like you mean it so the player like gets it.
Okay. Okay. So, Joanna, can you give an example that you've actually experienced where you've actually had to manage a player or players?
Yes, especially in the 12U,
Okay.
they like to pull jerseys behind, um, and they think that the referee isn't watching them.
Okay.
At the same time, they try to hold the player down on their jerseys and push them. And I did have, actually, it was in a 10U at a tournament where a young lady pulled on the jersey and then pushed her forward, and they both went down, and it almost became into a fight, physical.
Mm-hmm.
And the coach came onto the field and had to address the coach's behavior and tell him to get off the field, that I'm trying to take care of the matter. And because in the 10U, as you indicated, there are no cards given at that. There were no cards issued at that time. And I just talked to both of them, asked them to shake each other's hand and let them know that I'm going to ask them to stay off the field for a moment to take a breather so that they both can understand what they did, and that we don't tolerate fighting on the field.
Okay.
And once that was resolved, we continued the game.
Okay. 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 So this is something that, we work hard, especially in the younger divisions, to manage the players, because we're teaching them. We're helping teach them. We're not coaching them, but we're teaching them to behave properly. And sometimes they need more encouragement. But we try to stay away from sanctions. Correct? Okay, that's fair. In the 100% misconduct realm, and that will typically apply to the older divisions of youth soccer. Okay, so I don't know, what would you think? 14 and older, maybe? Okay, especially the upper division. Okay, high school age.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but there's no gray area. There's no room for negotiation in this 100% misconduct concept. Um, okay, no discretionary. You're going to the top of your toolbox. And really, the safety and fairness is really the paramount importance. Okay, and that's what we're focused on in these certain situations. All right. Okay. So a couple of videos here.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Okay. So Darren, let's take a look at this one. Now, I think you saw this probably in the national course anyway.
That one didn't look familiar. Let's see it again.
Okay, so we'll see it again.
So what I'm seeing, there's a lot going on here, but well, I can't actually tell if it hits his arm. And
Let's just say for simplicity that it does not hit his arm.
yeah, I
Just for
think I may
simplicity.
actually remember this one from last weekend.
Yeah.
So player though clearly steps in from the wall, which presumably was at 10 yards. So he's
Okay.
failing to respect the distance.
Okay.
Failing to respect the distance. It's a pretty good shot here. It's going certainly in the direction of the goal. You could make an argument that it was going right at the goal. He jumps in and blocks that. To me, this one here is a fairly clear caution for failing to respect the distance.
Okay. What if this was a 12-year-old?
Yeah, if it's a 12-year-old, I mean, first of all, that 12-year-old is highly unlikely to be scoring a goal from 25 yards out.
Okay. But okay.
But
But what would
that
you
goes
do?
into my consideration, right? He's
Okay.
not
Okay.
robbing here. That you could argue that player is robbing number 14 of a goal. You're
Mm,
not robbing a 12-year-old of a goal there. So I'm probably just talking to the 12-year-old to
okay.
say, hey, you have to stay back. You have to wait until after he kicks the ball, and being more of a teacher rather than a police officer.
Okay. Okay. So you would, in that case, you would give a warning,
Yeah.
essentially, and retake the kick. Is that the
Yes.
say the
I
director?
think either way you're retaking the kick.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Say say this was at the professional level and this happened. What Gary, what would you do?
Sorry, I'm always slow finding my mute button. So I'm sorry, this was a free kick. Is that a direct free kick?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Um, well, it was clearly failing to respect the distance, so it would be a caution at the professional level, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think this is one of the very specific things they list for failing to respect the distance, which is when a player sort of intentionally comes into the 10-yard circle and makes contact with the ball.
Yeah, and then I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that depending on the situation, this is a negotiable at the discretion of the referee, um, kind of whether a sanction is actually given or not. Okay, so this, depending on the situation, may or may not be 100% misconduct based on how we've defined it earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, is that fair?
I have a question.
Sure.
Why wouldn't, so the play has restarted because the ball was put in motion. Why wouldn't the restart be at the point of contact with the ball where the failing to respect the distance took place and move it closer?
Believe law 12 specifies that
Well,
you have that situation, you retake.
yeah, you retake. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, Darren. Yeah, the play really hasn't restarted because of the misconduct.
Okay.
Okay.
It was
And
just a thought that popped into my mind. I'm like,
Yeah,
and that's a misconduct, not a foul.
correct.
right.
Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so Joanna, can you take this one? So what do you see going on here?
Well, I believe I see several things. The AR, I'm assuming that's the AR in the corner or in the side,
Correct.
indicating that there was a foul here, on the white and pushing or the black. Oh, it was a black. The ball was, it was a free kick for the white team. And the black team decided that they were not going to failure to require the distance as everybody's been talking about. But it was much more than that, because he actually went in to the player as he wanted to play the ball. At least that's what I'm seeing.
Okay. So as the referee, who was probably over here on the left out of the screen,
Out of the screen, correct.
right? If you're the referee, what would you do based on what you're seeing here?
Well, first of all, coach, blow the whistle.
Okay.
And then if I didn't see, because there's two different things, if I'm over here and I didn't actually see what went on. So there could be two possibilities. If I didn't see what's going on, I would blow my whistle, stop play, and then check with the AR to see what actually occurred.
Okay. Okay.
And then based on what my AR is advising me, it could be a caution. All depends on what he saw. If I was the referee and I saw that the black did not require the distance, then I would caution him with the yellow card, because this is definitely not a 10U or a 12U game. This appears to be an older game.
Yeah. Right. High school age. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would probably do.
Okay. Okay. Louis, can we run it from the start again? I want to get hey John, can you with us? Can you do you see this video? You have to unmute yourself. There
Yeah,
we
I
go.
see it. So
Okay.
to be honest, I probably forgive the rolling back, because the white team probably tried to take advantage of a couple feet, even though it didn't matter. And then the retake was pretty quick, but he didn't go back, and when the kick took, he jumped up. So I would probably be lenient on the touch rollback, because that happens on figuring out where they think the players think the ball should actually be kicked from.
Yeah.
But I do think that that the not moving back and then jumping into it would be a not respecting the distance and a cautionable offense.
Okay. So there are possibly two cautionable offenses here, correct? I mean, you're saying you would forgive the first one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what would we call that one?
I mean, sportsmanship.
A contest of wills.
He actually picked up the ball.
Yeah.
It would be a handball.
Which is,
well, the ball wasn't in play.
Well, the ball wasn't in play, right?
I know, but he picked it up.
Yes, yeah. Well, the other player picked it up and rolled it a little forward. He picked it up and picked it a little bit back. So, yeah.
So it could be considered what? Delaying the restart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one cautionable offense.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, but you're saying for this age group, you would certainly, well, either one or the other. You chose the second one, which is not respecting the required distance on a free kick.
Yeah, because the first one happened so quickly, like almost back and forth, like it rolled up and then he rolled it back. So I wouldn't take that as delaying the restart with the speed that it happened.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So is this negotiable?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can talk to him.
Okay. Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
I might have considered the player as taking a quick restart and not waiting for the player to move back. And so he put it in jeopardy of being blocked like it was. What do you think about that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that are going on here. And but again, depending on the situation, what you're getting from this player, in the black jersey there, Maybe this has been going on,
Hmm.
or maybe not, depending on the situation. You may or may not.
And I was thinking of it almost as, you played with me twice. You touched the ball, you moved it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're not so you're almost, I was going to give you one, but thinking that you can get two or three is not happening. So
Yeah.
that's how I kind of
Okay.
pictured it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. Now,
And
if this was, say, 10U, and and this was somebody's little, kid brother, that might change things, or no?
No, there would be, well, first of all, there'd be no discussion of a caution. There would be a discussion of, hey, when the other players, first of all, they, depending on where this is on the field, and I'm probably missing the goal line on this picture, but it looks like it's in the defensive third.
Yeah, the
There's no,
flag is right there in the corner.
yeah, there's no
Yeah.
advantage at a 10U game at that.
Okay.
I just want to take the time to say, hey, don't touch the ball, please. And then when he jumped into it, hey, we also need to respect the distance. So it would be two slight discussions and, possibly a complete re-kick, depending on where the ball went, maybe played it out. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Let's
had
go.
that, Rocky. I
I'm
had
sorry?
I had that same instance where in the Strawberry Cup Festival,
Mhm.
the tournament, sorry, it was a young lady who continued to play right up. And of course, there's no caution. It's just more verbal and addressed to her that, this is a cautionable event. If you continue to do this, especially if you're going to move up to the next level, try to be careful because they do have the right to have some distance. So if you can just move back. But she continued to do it throughout the game.
Okay. Yeah. So can you, okay, that begs the question a little bit. Can you caution a 10U player or a 12U player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You
Just don't show the card.
We're just, yeah, that's right. We just don't show the card. We work with the coach. So I know that's sort of a fuzzy area for a lot of folks. They think they cannot caution a young player, say 10U, 12U, but you actually can. You just work with the coach on it. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay. Why don't we move on to the next one? There you go. So we were talking about negotiable, discretionary ideas, but now, let's move up to kind of the more advanced level, say even what we see in the professional level. But for us, let's keep it to, say, 14s, and especially the high school age, 16, 19s. We're going to kind of graduate to the 100% misconduct and discuss that. So what misconducts demand a mandatory card? What are they?
I mean, if you watch the World Cup, it's Doxo, right?
Mhm.
A lot of denying of a goal scoring opportunity, whether inside or outside the penalty area.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's a game changer.
Yes. Okay. What else?
Violent conduct.
Violent conduct.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. What else?
Talking to an opponent with your hand over your mouth.
Okay. Um,
It's
okay.
a new one.
Okay. Yeah, it's a new one. Okay. What else?
I
Got
mean,
Duxo,
particularly
violent
violent
conduct,
challenges for the ball. Serious foul play that
serious foul play.
extremely
Yes.
extreme. But there's serious foul play, and then there's serious foul play. You know, there's the discretionary serious foul play, and then there's the just you've got to give it.
Okay. Describe discretionary serious foul play. I will give it an example of that.
The discretionary.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess look, if you're calling it serious foul play, it's
If you're gonna, yeah,
it's
if
a
you're gonna
card,
pull,
right?
you,
It's a red card.
yes, that's right.
Um,
That's right.
I guess what I'm thinking of is that there can be nuances to it. You know, I can't say that every time somebody has their cleats go into somebody's calf, it is an automatic serious foul play. But a lot of those might be 100% misconducts.
Yeah.
Ask
Yeah.
Polar and Belgerin.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I mean, like, watch the World Cup.
Yeah. And that Darren, and that's the thing. If you were not going to sanction a player with a red card, then it is not serious foul play by
Right.
definition. And
Yeah.
I think that's
I
what we're
think
getting to. And so
if I can try to
yeah, go ahead.
if I can try to paraphrase Darren, if we're looking at something for serious foul play, there's no, there's yes, and there's oh yeah.
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 And I guess, I mean, you could say the same thing about the cautions we were just talking about. If somebody failed to respect the distance, it is a caution. Like by the laws of the game, you have to caution them. So the question is just whether were they really failing to respect the distance or did they just jump a little too early?
And it's very situational, and that's what we're trying to kind of hash out here a little bit. Is yeah, it depends on the situation. Like a lot of these clips that we go through, we just have a little snippet of time, but you as the referee, you've been reading the game, kind of the history of this game, how this player has been behaving, and that plays a lot into it. And so whether you would show a yellow card or not in those early situations. Um, okay. Okay, so those yeah, serious foul play, dogso, and violent conduct. So those are really the three biggies for sure. Um, what else is there? What else is there?
Stopping a promising attack.
Very good. Very good. So Gary, give us an example of that.
You see it a lot if you're watching. I'm sorry, Gary.
Which
Go,
Gary?
Gary.
Oh, Gary
No,
W. Sorry, Gary W.
Gary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
Gary, yeah. 2 R's. Sorry.
You see it a lot at the professional level, more so I think than I've seen even at the older players in AYSO. But if the defense knows when something might be happening and getting past them, someone's going to get past them, and basically it's the start of a promising attack. Maybe there's another attacker
Yep.
running on the other side of the field, and there's going to be a pass coming at some point, and somewhere at that near the halfway line, they basically grab the player and stop the prevent the continuation of that play. So they
Okay.
stop the promising attack.
Right. Okay. So I'm stopping a promising attack. What else do we call that? What's the vernacular? What's the vernacular?
Tactical foul.
Tactical foul. Tactical foul. Right. Exactly. And so yeah, it's kind of one and the same. So shirt pulling, grabbing. Yeah, that's a classic, absolute classic. Does everybody understand that description and has everybody seen that before? You probably have, maybe haven't
Yes.
recognized it, but okay, good, excellent, good. Okay, what other tactical offenses have or uh, happen out there that might be classified in the stopping a promising attack besides shirt grabbing, shirt pulling?
I'm not sure, but there were a lot of goalie fouls. What the ones where the attacking team would go in and scrape up and hit the goalie. I mean the goalkeeper. What are those? I mean, I watched all these World Cups, trust me, every game, maybe once or twice. Learned quite a bit.
Oh. And what did you see the referee typically do in that situation?
They just gave him a free kick.
Yeah, yeah.
I really didn't see any
And,
cards come out.
and a lot of times, what did the referee do besides giving the free kick? Even before the attacking kick, say the corner or the free kick attacking the goal, even before that happened, what might you see the referee do?
Just talking to the players
Yeah, yeah.
about it, like, hey, before he would issue a card, or if he issued a caution, he would talk to the players and try to prevent it, especially if it was a corner kick. He was trying to um, downplay the pushing and the shoving and the pulling of jerseys, like, I'm watching you, and then he would blow his whistle.
Right. And so that's the proactive refereeing aspect, that I really do not want to sanction you. And this is not acceptable behavior. And so you saw the referees doing it all throughout the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really proactive refereeing. And so that's excellent work by the referees to do that. And so hopefully they it's minimal, and a lot of times the referee would blow the whistle on those either corners or free kicks toward the goal, and give it to the defense, and then but there was no sanction involved, because maybe the referee, by intervening early to talk to the players, toned it down so it didn't become a caution. Okay. But I don't think that is kind of 100% misconduct, which what we're talking about tonight.
The geez, a couple, maybe last season, we did persistent fouls, and there was a player that was clearly being fouled, and when the referee cautioned the next player that did it, it got to a point that I would almost say that it was a clear misconduct, because the referee said 1, 2, 3, and
Yeah.
and I mean, so in that case, it's not a typical one, but he was clearly being fouled multiple times, and the referee had to take control of the game.
Yeah.
And that example was shown in a Team3 video.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of discretionary as well. What is that limit?
Mhm.
What is that threshold for the referee? And it depends on the situation, reading the game, what the game needs. And that's what you're always asking yourself. What does this game need or expect from me at this moment? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So those really, the stopping promising attack, and the serious foul play, dogso, and violent conduct. Those are really the focal points of 100% misconduct. So let's go wade into some of the videos. Lewis, why don't we skip
Hey,
past?
hey, Rocky,
Yeah.
before you go on, how about foul and abusive language? Would
Okay. Now
that
there is discretionary as well, because it depends on how severe it is. I mean, if you're going to call it that, then that's what it is.
yeah,
But you have the authority as the referee to, is this sort of the vernacular, the language of the high school player? And a lot of times it is. If it's directed at somebody, um, then yeah, and then you reevaluate. Is this abusive, insulting, and all that? Then yeah, it could be a red card offense.
yeah, that's what I meant, is when it's directed
Yeah,
at
in that
yeah,
case, yeah, but
okay,
yeah, we're really seeing here at the upper levels and at the professional levels, 100% misconduct really encompasses these kind of things. So when we were talking about the yellow cards for stopping a promising attack, usually those offenses are very minor in
yeah,
in a
Mhm.
sense, right? Just shirt pulling, no one's going to get hurt, but it's a question of fairness, right?
and the consequences,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's cheating.
yeah,
It's basically cheating.
yeah,
And so, it's got to be dealt with.
yeah,
Otherwise,
Yeah, Rocky,
yeah, go ahead.
can I share my thought structure on these?
Sure.
So the for me, from serious foul play down on this list we got here, those are the things that ruin the game, ruin the day, ruin the career, right? Like if there's that offense where both touchlines go, ooh, you know you got a free one there. Everyone's going to agree when you give that red card. Um, so those are the things that ruin the day, ruin the game, ruin the career. And then above serious foul play there on the stopping, promising attack, the tackle offenses, those are things that might appear to the untrained eye innocuous, but they're the things that lead to the things that ruin the game.
Yeah.
So like in the previous clip, you can see that the crew had failed to effectively manage. There was already a lot of frustration built up. So with the offensive, insulting, and abusive language or action, Gary, yeah, that may very well ruin the game and may need it, but um, it's something where you have to read the situation there. But if someone's getting taken out, getting their leg broken, um, there we go, 100% misconduct.
Yeah, but at that point it's too late. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's something that probably there was a thread or something
Mhm.
happened during that match that you weren't managing properly, and it got to that point where somebody got hurt seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I'm kind of new to the wording. I understand the concept; it's simple enough.
Yeah,
But one of the things I said was that not um, issuing the misconduct has serious consequences for the game from that point forward.
it can. It definitely
Yeah,
exactly.
And I can give you a terminology that dates back to the same time the 100% misconduct was introduced. And so you think about the caution ones, and it throws the match into disrepute.
yeah,
That was used a lot more back around the same time this term was introduced.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to share when I'm dealing with a verbal offense and when I decide how to handle it, I like to look and see, is it provocative
Mhm.
towards the opponent? What's their reaction? Or, where you said, sometimes these kids, that's just part of their vocabulary. And so that's why I try to look for seeing if it's provocative towards the opponent and deciding how to handle it.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's good. Okay. Why don't we move forward to the first video? Just go back to past this scenario. Okay. So Theo, are you with us? You're hiding behind your black screen there. You're not with us? Theo. Okay. All right. Hey, Darren. So what did you see on this one? Lewis, can we play that again?
Yeah, I've got an attacker with one defender to beat besides the keeper.
Yeah.
Um, the ball is 4 or 5 feet, maybe 4 or 5 yards ahead. Maybe not quite by the time he hits him, but he goes straight for the body. He doesn't even go for the ball.
Yeah.
It's just straight hip check into the hip, take him out, make sure he doesn't get one-on-one with the keeper. Purely tactical foul, probably even a little bit too hard, and so that's minimum stopping a promising attack.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody else have
Is
a
that
thought?
considered a dog so where he's attempting prevents him from scoring,
Okay.
That's
denying
what
an opportunity to
There's a
score?
lot of distance there. The direction's actually going a little away from the ball. I'd have a tough time calling dog so, but it's certainly going through my head.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would think that it is dog so because the ball's so close. The keeper's not in frame. So the stopping of a promising attack would be more towards dog. So I think it happened in the World Cup. They said that the ball was moving a little bit to the right of the goalpost and they didn't call it. And I kind of disagreed with it.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually that one I think they did call. And the controversy was, oh, it was going away from the post. That was the first Mexico game.
It wasn't really going away. That one was going pretty close toward the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think
the
it sounds like it was an excuse to not call dog. So
no,
yeah,
they did call it, I think,
they
didn't
did.
they?
they
They
Yeah,
did.
did.
they did
Oh,
call
okay.
it.
They
Okay.
did. It's just that the pundits, pro pro pundits of people
Yeah.
were justifying a that it shouldn't have been.
Okay.
So, but in this case, I actually think that the ball's close enough and he could recover and the keeper's not in frame. So as much as I hate it, I would probably lean towards dog so over
Hey,
spa.
Lewis, can we forward this just a little bit? A few seconds here. Okay, there's the penalty arc.
I got a question. I
So
wasn't quite sure.
does that change anybody's mind? Okay, so it's a spa for Darren, it's a spa at a minimum, correct?
Yeah, and I think I'm probably sticking with it. I mean, that's
Okay, that's fine.
40,
That's fine.
40 yards away.
Okay.
I don't know that I could, depend if that's messy, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on how talented this player is. Yeah, exactly. It depends on the situation. That's what we're getting at here. Okay. Okay. Hey, Lewis, the next one, please.
One little note on that. It doesn't look like the people have recovery on that. Like there's not a second defender that could recover from that given the distance. But anyway, we'll
Well,
go
I
ahead.
think he's got one-on-one with the keeper
Yeah.
if the guy doesn't
Yeah.
foul him. I don't have any doubt about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's okay, there we go. Okay, just stop that. Okay. So Dane, do you wanna take a look at this one?
Yeah, can you replay that?
Okay.
Yep. There we go. I give it slow motion too.
So, okay, so definitely a stopping a promising attack. My maybe. Yeah, I would. Dogzo, maybe. But definitely stopping a something attack. I totally forgot it. But yeah, black char like
Okay.
almost like kicked blue or attacked blue, I'm gonna say.
So there was contact.
Yes.
Okay, with whom?
Black into blue.
Blue. And
Or,
who's blue?
uh blue. That blue jersey. Or
Okay. Okay. And the
yeah,
and the black 33 is who?
maybe the goal yeah,
Yeah,
goalkeeper, because there's
that's the
like
goalkeeper.
yeah, so several different
And
white
where was the contact?
was that a penalty box.
Physically, what was the
We're on the
mode?
body.
What part of the body was the contact? Can you play it again?
Yep.
Definitely in the would say for blue, it'd be for like the lower torso, and for black, I would say the center of the stomach, or
Okay. Okay. So do you think it was a foul by the attacker on the goalkeeper?
I would say it'll be an attack on the goalkeeper to the attacker.
Okay. Does anybody else have any other thoughts?
I've got offside.
Get offside. Okay, good.
This is a difficult one. So I appreciate Dane's fighting with it because at full speed, especially from this angle, in my view, it's hard to tell where that ball was. Did the goalkeeper have his hands on the ball when the attacker jumped into him and looked like he raised his knee into him as well? If that was the case, then it would be a foul on the blue and not the goalkeeper.
I, I saw not only knee, but almost foot going straight at the keeper.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Theo, what did you see?
It looked like from this angle, it looked like the goalkeeper. It seemed like both the defender and the goalkeeper they were jumping at each other. Um, I might consider an offense on the goalkeeper just because it looked like they somewhat charged the attacker. Um, yeah, is that
Okay.
the type of
Okay.
response you're looking for?
Okay. Okay. Lewis, can you play it again?
Oh,
That time I thought that the goalkeeper was there and the blue came into the goalkeeper.
and not just that, but the way the blue comes in. Every time I see it, it gets worse, where it's just a foot at chest level.
Yeah.
Cleats coming
Oh.
in at chest level.
Mhm.
At a keeper, by the way, which, there's nothing in the laws about it, but you give them a little bit more protection.
Yeah, but
Well,
that,
they're quite vulnerable, aren't they?
Yeah,
So,
this is a perfect frame right here. I mean, you've got cleats going right almost at neck level.
yeah. Okay, so based on that, what would we call this?
Serious foul play. It's an attempt to play the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no question about that. But
Is that fair for everybody? Serious foul play? So we see this, and hopefully if we ever do see this, it's a lot more clear to us. So we can make a real solid decision. But in this case, it is serious foul play on looks like number 9, or by number 9, and against number 33, the goalkeeper. And this would definitely be a send-off offense. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one, Lewis.
Rocky, that's a send off for number 9, correct? The attacking team.
Correct. That's correct. Serious foul play. Okay, so this is a professional level game. Okay, so what do we see there? So, John, what'd you see? You're muted, John.
All right, it's a technical foul. Oh, geez, never mind. I guess I didn't see it right the first time, but on that replay,
Yeah.
it was a tactical foul attempt by Landon Donovan,
Yeah.
and the arm swinging out was it was just too much. I mean, it was reckless. Um, it was beyond reckless at how he flung it and the force of it.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
it's not reckless. It's beyond reckless.
it's beyond reckless. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay. So what if you're the referee, John, you're the referee, and you had a tough angle, okay, based on the camera angle there. So based on say you're the assistant referee, what would you call to help out the referee? What would your decision be on this one?
Well, I mean, if I have that view that we're looking at now, the flag
Yeah.
goes up with the jiggle.
Okay.
I wait for the whistle. I give direction, which would looks like it would be to my left, and then I would be tapping my back pocket to kind of say, "Hey, I think it's a red," and then hopefully, if the referee didn't see it, he'd come over just so we could talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. So your decision, would it be would there be a foul first, or I mean, what's your decisions? What are your sanctions and define them?
I'd have to see if I saw, like, at first I thought that Landon Donovan he's definitely trying to foul him. I mean,
Yeah.
so I'd have to, I kind of forgot when I saw the fling of the arm back and decided it was a red card offense. I
Okay.
mean, it's pretty easy. If I thought I saw the foul first, then I would point in the direction of Black, and then the restart is Black's kick,
Yeah.
and then still the throw of the arm back would be a red card, but the restart wouldn't change from a Black kick.
Okay. So what would the red card be for?
Well, if it happened after the foul, then it has to be violent conduct and not serious foul play.
Okay. Does anybody have a different take on that?
Depending on where they are on the field, possibly a caution on Landon Donovan.
For
Uh,
what?
well, he would, if it was, in other words, in other words, is he the last player? No, you could get into all the different scenarios
Okay.
where he was doing a tactical foul,
Okay. Okay.
come behind the player and taking his leg out.
Okay. Okay. So you think that it's possible tactical foul on Donovan and
And the restart that we already agreed upon for Black,
okay.
and still the red card for the Black player.
Okay. For what's the reason for the red card sanction?
Violent conduct.
Okay.
And I would say even if you aren't going to call that foul and the ball is, I mean, the ball is still in play, even you haven't called it yet.
Yeah.
I think it's still violent conduct. That's not an attempt to play the ball. That's swinging your arm outside.
That is absolutely correct. I agree with you, Darren. Now this is a kind of a tricky one because the professional game is different than the youth game. It's just different. And so what Donovan was doing there is even considered acceptable. Not in the youth game, but in the professional game, they let a lot more go. But either way, there's violent conduct involved. I think we can all agree with
right,
that.
but even right there, he knew what was going. He's looking at Donovan while he's striking him.
Well, I know, but I think we all agree that's violent conduct. Yeah. And so that's the ultimate thing I wanted to get at. But for the youth game, we might consider both a tactical foul and that might be a consideration and violent conduct, but certainly there's violent conduct involved. All right. Okay. Lewis, do you have time for one more?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we could probably push another 15 minutes. I know how many you got left.
No, well, there's a few. Yeah, we've had some good
Yeah.
discussions on these. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is a college game. Okay, so everybody get a gist of that? Okay, so Gary, you there?
Did he smack it?
Which Gary?
Gary Skiles, sorry. Gary
Okay.
S.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Sorry, I kind of got distracted by what was going on with the insect. Could you play it again, please? Oh, I think I see what's going on there. Ooh. Oh,
Is that enough times?
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I feel like I'm
Red's
watching.
feeling it.
Yeah. It's hard to see what happened with his arm. I guess it came out, but it looked like violent conduct to me.
Uh-huh.
It's nowhere near the play,
Right,
and the referee probably didn't even see it because it's behind him.
right.
So he'd be relying on the assistant referee who's over on the far side. I can't see what the AR did after the
Yeah. So you're suggesting that the referee team might be completely reliant on the AR on really on that touch line or
Yeah.
either one. If either one saw it, but probably
Yeah.
three probably didn't see it.
Can you go forward a little bit, Lewis, and let's see, does a AR flag that?
Oh, you want to see the AR?
So he goes down.
Nope.
Nope, nothing. He was no help.
Okay. So your assessment of this is that it was violent conduct.
Yeah, it was not, obviously, it's nowhere near the
Yeah.
ball.
So it's violent
So
conduct. Is this 100% misconduct situation?
it certainly appears to it from the fuzzy picture that I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't deal with that with the send
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
you're going to have chaos.
Yeah. Okay. 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 So that's actually pretty easy one, pretty simple.
Thank you for giving me the easy one,
Oh,
Rocky.
sure. They're all fairly. It's just hammering home the idea, the concept of 100% misconduct and when it applies. Okay,
Yeah.
next one, please. Stop it there. Stop it there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So Joanna, you want to take that one?
Sorry, couldn't get to the
Sure. Yeah.
unmute.
Yeah.
Can we replay it? Because I thought I
Sure.
saw two things happening. I'm not sure. Okay, the ball is way over there.
So what'd you see?
On my screen, I have to.
You're on a phone.
Yes, I'm on a
Yeah,
phone.
makes it tough.
I can't see it all. Is that a goalkeeper in red?
Yeah. Yes.
The goalkeeper came out.
Yep.
At least that's what I see. He came out, but I'm not sure if well, he's out of the box, out of the penalty box.
He's out of the penalty area, correct?
Yes, he's out of the penalty area. And I'm not sure if he couldn't even pick up the ball anyway. I think it's a caution on the goalkeeper.
Okay.
Theo's got his
It
hand
could
up.
be a dog so. It looks like he was attempting to get the ball, so it was between him and the goalkeeper and the
Okay.
keeper.
Okay. Theo, you had something?
Yeah, add Theo. Come on, help me out.
Yeah, so it looked like to me from the blurry video, it looked like to me that the goalkeeper committed a slide tackle offense, but it looks like he got his cleats into the attacker's leg. And I think just because of the circumstances, how the attacker had to break away and the goalkeeper had to come out and fouled him, I think it's possible. I think it's I think it's a reckless foul, but I think that it could be dog so because if he wasn't fouled, I think he would have a very good chance at scoring.
Okay. So you think it's dog so. Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Well,
Dane
Yeah,
has his hand up.
I think we're on. Go ahead, John.
good. No, go ahead, Gary. I've talked a lot.
Yeah, me as well. I was just going to say that to me is an obvious cleats up danger of injury, excessive foul, and requires an immediate send off
For
for
what's
serious foul play.
serious foul play? Okay.
Is that what your hand up was up to say, Dane?
No, I was gonna say something completely different. I accidentally lowered it. I just personally did not like how the goalkeeper just came out the unless if the lines are there, I don't see it. But I don't like how the goalkeeper came out of the penalty box and slide tackle the white the white shirt player. I just don't like that at all. I would probably try to push towards what Tio said, a Dogso, but definitely fall um violent 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 misconduct. Yeah, I just did not like that in general. In this level, bare minimum, a yellow card. But yeah, I just did not like that at all.
Okay, let's let's look at the definition of a serious foul play. Okay, let me read it to you. It's right out of the law book. So serious foul play, a tackle or challenge that endangers the safety of an opponent or uses excessive force or brutality must be sanctioned as serious foul play. Okay, any player who lunges at an opponent in challenging for the ball from the front, from the side, or from behind, using one or both legs with excessive force, or endangers the safety of an opponent is guilty of serious foul play.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
So does that change your mind? Does that change your mind at all from dog so to serious foul play for this situation?
Yes, it would be a serious foul play.
Yeah. The speed the keeper came in. Okay, the studs are up. It went right into the groin of the attacker. Okay. Okay, studs are up over the ball.
Good job.
It doesn't get any more dangerous than that. That is a textbook serious foul play.
And I like, Rocky, how you read the law, because although it may be a dog so, the dog so doesn't matter because of the serious of the serious
That's
foul
right.
play. So
This is
although you could say yes, it's dog so, really what you would write up in your report is that it's serious foul play, because it also, on your write up, that helps have the tournament determine what the future punishment is.
yes.
And a dog so is not at the same level as a serious foul play. So kind of wrapping this all in
Yes.
and defining it as a serious foul play allows the tournament or other people to use this as a learning experience, sometimes with
That's
punishment,
right.
on
That's
how
right.
to stop this from happening in the future.
Can I just add really quickly?
Yes,
Like
Darren, yes.
what I've been told to do is you write both of them up. If you think it was both a dog so and a serious foul play, you will write on your referee report, you will write both. But here, I think
Yeah.
the punishment here is going to be for serious foul play because you
Yeah.
punish the more serious
And I
offender.
think that's fair, Darren. I think that's excellent advice for everybody because you're giving the full picture when you're describing it like Darren just described it. And so I really like that. That's good. Thank you, Darren. Okay. We go to another one if everybody.
Yeah, that happened in the World Cup a lot.
Well, I don't think I don't think it's a lot, but that would be
At
really,
least what
really
I
bad if it happened a lot. Yeah, because yeah, that's something that could ruin somebody's career. Something that just happened here. So who wants to take this one? Theo, you want to take it?
Sure. Can I just see it one more time?
Sure.
Okay. Um, all right. So from the blurry video, it looks like um let's see. It looked to me like I think it's the defenders here in orange, right? It looks like I'm trying to find the right word here. I think he he cleated the attacker
Okay,
on the
the
back
one in
of
white.
the
Okay.
back of the foot. So I
Okay.
think um, if white is attacking this way, then I think that it could be stopping a promising attack. I think it could also be a reckless foul. I'm not sure if that's what it looked like to me.
Okay. Okay. Um, Gary W. You have a
Yes,
thought?
sir.
Yes.
Uh, to me, this is a similar situation as the goalkeeper that we just saw, except it's from a different angle. And it's still the possibility of endangering the safety of that player in white, coming from behind, scraping down the back of the leg all the way down to the ankle. That's how careers are ruined at some levels. This right here. Oh. So that to me is a send off for serious foul play.
Right. So it's the same thing that we saw with that keeper coming out of the penalty area, right? The studs are up and there's no consideration at all for the safety of the opponent. And the studs are up over the ball and they come right down on the calf of the opponent. Textbook.
Well,
Serious foul play.
I'd even be writing up the fact that I thought that there was no play on the ball. That ball was a foot or two in front. There was no way he was going to reach the ball.
Okay. Okay.
But
Rocky, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is that the same, similar, not the same, but similar to what happened with the USA player?
This one here?
Yeah, where he has got his foot. It was in the penalty area, but it was similar where he went, didn't touch the ball, but hit the player and dragged his foot down all the way onto the.
Oh, you mean where he originally got sent off for?
Yes,
You mean the attacker, number 20?
yes.
Yeah, it's not really similar because he knows exactly what he's doing here. Where the US player, their eyes were forward on the ball. It just the weight of his foot just came down, unfortunately, on the ankle of the opponent. Um, but it's still a serious thing. But this is a serious foul play in the sense that it was certainly deliberate, and and Andy's suggesting that it wasn't even playing the ball, which actually makes it even more serious to me. Because what does that turn it into? What are you suggesting, Andy? That it really turns into what?
well, it's serious foul play, but I'd be writing up what I thought I saw for them to decide whether or not that it should be more than a one game
Okay.
suspension.
Well, you did mention that you didn't believe that this player was playing for the ball, the red.
From this angle, and it's grainy and everything else, my feeling is that the ball was, I mean, we couldn't even see the ball, or is the ball just slightly to the left of the player? So how is he going to even get to the ball? But that may not be the ball. That might be somebody else's white shirt or something. In other words,
Ball's at the
right
hip
at waist,
level of the player.
at waist level.
Yeah, I think you're suggesting if he's not even playing the ball, he would turn into violent conduct. I think I think
Yeah.
that's where you're going.
That's
Uh,
where I'm going, but what I'm saying is my eyesight could be wrong.
yeah, and I would recommend folks to when you see things, it's like Lewis was saying earlier, if it makes you gasp a little bit, at least internally, then there's probably something don't overanalyze. It's either serious foul play or violent conduct here.
Rocky, I was thinking the same thing as what Andy was saying, and minimally, what he was saying helps in the decision that it is a send-off offense.
Mhm.
Whether or not, you can't get into the player's head to know if it was intentional or not, but it certainly helps you make that decision that it's a send-off.
And then when you're writing up your report, you've got your loss app open, and then you decide why you gave the red
Yeah,
card.
Exactly.
you have time to think about it. Yeah, was it serious foul play or violent
Yeah.
conduct? But either way, it's definitely a send off. And I that's why really when you're out there on the field, like try not to overanalyze stuff because you have time later to do that. Usually your gut feel is correct.
Yeah. Rocky, do you have a favorite of the remaining clips? We can do that one.
Yeah, let's do the last one. Can you get to that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So who wants to take this one?
I just have a quick thing. That's your favorite, Rocky.
It is.
Okay, that's I just okay.
Isn't that an easy one?
Doesn't mean it's
Well, the goalkeeper's in possession of the ball,
okay.
keeper,
Okay.
but I guess it all depends because he can't really stop the momentum, maybe the attacking player. He's at a momentum where maybe he can't stop, but then again
Okay.
he can.
Look at the age. Look at the age. They
Oh,
can
these guys are
they can stop.
young.
They can stop.
They're young. Yeah, they can stop.
They can stop.
Yeah, okay. Well, if he can stop, it would definitely be, and in my opinion, serious foul play.
Okay. Anybody else?
I've got at least a reckless foul on number White coming in because
Okay.
he can stop. He knew he
Okay.
could. He lowers his shoulder. He
Yeah.
takes the keeper out. Possibly serious foul play.
Yeah.
And it probably tips in favor of serious foul play because immediately afterwards, the keeper takes a swing at the guy. That is, 100% violent conduct to me. The keeper's got to go. And I probably send off the attacker for serious foul play at the same time.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
I concur with that.
Did the keeper swing at him? I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that yet.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
Play it
watch,
again.
watch right here.
Okay. Yeah, oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't go far enough. Actually, my comment
I
is,
didn't see that.
what would Linda be saying right now about the two team colors? White with red and white with blue.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, we're not there. So okay. So
Oh, another one.
No, I'm backing it up.
Oh,
Do
Lewis
it
likes
again,
this one
Lewis. Make
too.
it 4 or 5 punches.
Yeah.
And if you look like the blue player there, who's I assume, well, he's definitely on the keeper's team. He immediately recognizes that the keeper should not have been doing that. And so I don't think anyone's going to be surprised that you give the keeper a red card for this. And I think because of that, you probably, if you were on the border between a reckless or a excessive force foul on the red player, I think you're giving him a send off.
yeah, just based on the keeper's reaction, this probably has
Not
been
the first time.
building up throughout the match, probably. So yeah. But
Theo
there's
gives a thumbs up.
yeah, so there's two absolutely 100% misconducts here. And probably both send-offs, one for serious foul play. Of course, then the play is dead, and then violent conduct.
Okay.
back that up. So
Well, that's a good one because it's both of them.
yeah, it's and that kind of stuff happens. That kind of stuff happens. And so yeah, we need to be cognizant of it, and also again, for the older, especially for the older divisions, these are the cases where there's just no negotiation. You just got to do it. There's no discretion. There's no thinking about it. You just got to take care of it, and that's how we get through it. Okay. So Lewis, yeah. So the takeaways are really, yeah, like I just said, and the safety of the players, and really the fairness of the game in these situations take precedent over the flow of the game. Because we teach flow, and that's the premium as we're learning to become referees. Okay. But really in these situations, we got to take care of business and this at the sacrifice of the flow of the match. Okay. Are there any questions? I think you guys really got this thing. But then I hope it was informative to some of you that are really kind of seeing this kind of ideas for the first time. Hopefully it was informative for you. And I appreciate your participation. Really. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thanks so
all.
much, Rocky. Those are some
Thank
great
you.
clips. You gave us a fair bit of violence and maybe some tactics tonight.
Right.
Yeah, you
Um,
got us all involved.
yeah, and thanks everyone for being here. It goes really
Yeah.
well when we got such a big group. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. It worked out well.
so we got 2 weeks till our next one. Mr. Skiles will be talking to us about the penalty kicks. There we go.
And it will
So
be helpful to have at least a few of the more experienced referees, because I'd like to have the experience of other referees be a part of the discussion on how they handle penalty kicks.
there we go. Yeah. Well, with that, I'm going to encourage the YouTube attendees to join live for that, especially if they're experienced. Gary's putting the call out. Thanks everyone, including Rocky, for creating this session tonight.
Well, you're very welcome. I appreciate